We are now recording.
Right, thank you. Can I just welcome everybody to this culture meeting on the 16th of March, and all those people who have shown an interest are here, and except we have one apology, and who's that from, Catherine, please?
It's Councillor Sean Melton.
Thank you very much. Have we any declarations of interest relating to matters which appear on the agenda?
Can I put apologies in for Ryan, because I know he is off work, so he's maybe ill.
Yeah, that's fine. And if he taps in, we'll just note the time he came.
Yeah.
Agenda item 3, we can exclusion of the press and public to consider whether there are any items that need to I forgot the word.
To be excluded.
To exclude. I don't think there is.
No.
That was a big word for me today. Busy day. Can I go through the minutes of the previous meeting and affirm them as a true record, please? And could I have a proposer and a seconder? Herbert.
And Will.
And Will. Thank you very much. Agenda item 5 is the VJ statue update. There's nothing much to say on this. Wait till I get my book. It's just to note the decision of where we were putting the statue has been decided, and that it's the best location in our opinion. And once Day Cummins have done the survey and they're allowed, the work can commence. And I don't think we need to, that's about all on that, isn't there, we can say, really?
Sorry, just to let you know that the Dave Cummins are waiting on a geoscan. I don't know what the geo's for, but it's a geoscan, and then they can start off doing all their stuff.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Okay.
Agenda item 6, events update.
Chair,
Can you
hear me?
update?
Chair,
Sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, Hilary.
Your sound keeps breaking up. I'm sorry, Chair. Can I hear what you're saying?
Oh, I think she's got. You've
Hilary, your
frozen,
sound's
Hilary.
breaking up.
Is she okay, or is she?
I don't know. Hilary, can you hear us? I don't know. Hilary, can you hear us? Wave if you can hear us. Oh, she's gone off.
She's gone.
Her connection's not always great, though, is it?
She hasn't got. Should we continue on that, or?
Yeah, just carry on, Caroline.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Events update, to receive a brief update on the upcoming events and the status of long-term plans.
Okay.
I think we've got the Easter Trail booked in for Brown Vulcans Park. I think we've got penciled in the first one provisionally is the Odd Socks in July. And I think we've got Harrington Marina Day on Bank Holiday Saturday. So, and if anybody's wanting to think of anything else, do you want to do
just
pencil in the fun days?
Sorry, can I just jump in a second? I've got Hilary on the phone.
Right.
She can't hear us properly, so she just wants to say something.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So go on, Hilary. Oh, you can't hear at all. Okay. Is that because of your connection?
Ask her to sign out and sign back in again.
Oh, yeah. Paul's just said sign out and sign back in and see if that works. Okay, then. Bye. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. Sorry, Carol.
I was just thinking, do we want to sort of pencil in some fun days for August if we're allowed to have fun days?
I've got a list here if you want me to go through it.
That'd be fine.
Great, okay. So we've actually got this month an event. It's not a proper event. People aren't going to come, well, not in groups. It's the National Day of Reflection over what's actually happened over the pandemic. So we're just planning to put some yellow ribbons around the trees in the park.
That's right.
Just so people can come and walk through them if they want. In May, there's a mental health awareness week. So as we're still going to be in lockdown, we're actually going to do something called a yarn bomb.
Oh.
I don't know if everybody knows what that is. It's where we're going to encourage people to take part, to knit things, and we're going to wrap them around the trees and around the lampposts and stuff. It gets done. you know, all over the place. But we're going to do it in Vulcan Park, and we're going to try and include people, encourage people to knit things and put them up in the park.
Fantastic.
Okay, so that's an event. They're events we can do, but that aren't going to include people coming in.
No,
Sorry,
no,
Janet,
they'd
that's
have
not
to
Karen.
make sure they were socially distanced and then that.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say? It sounds like to nick things. That's not
Knit.
it.
Knit.
Knit. Oh, right.
Yeah, sorry, it's my accent. Yeah, knit.
Very good. All the trees will disappear.
No, you knit, like they're like scarves, but they just go around the trees, and you can make big things and get them hung up and stuff. So we're going to try and encourage some groups and stuff to come in, and if
Very
you know,
good.
if we can,
We've
just
never done that
provide
before,
some
so that's a first.
wool and stuff for them.
So is there anybody wanting to sort of got a need to put some funding on, or do you want to just play it by ear until we know it in July if we can?
There's 2 fun days in July.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the North Side Family Fun Day is on Thursday, the 22nd of July. Well, these are planned
But-
now, but depending on
provisionally,
obviously
aren't they? Just in
provisional,
case.
yeah. And then in August, on August the 7th, there's a Moss Bay Family Fun Day. And on the 21st of August, there's a Vulcan Park Family Fun Day. And on the 28th of August is the
Harrington Marina, is
Harrington
it?
Marina Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Brilliant.
there's quite a few coming up.
We maybe need to look at one up at Moor Close or Salterbeck at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that later, but that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Agenda item 7. Now I've asked Councillor Dixon to come along and put forward any suggestions she has, and also to answer any questions, because I don't know the answers. We on our agenda, we got the background for the installation of a tree, and it's all singing, all dancing, putting it up and everything. There was 3 options. Option 1, do we assist with a Christmas tree? Option 2 was a community grant, initially of 300 to assist with costs, but we could offer £1,000 and pay for, which would pay for it, as Paul's told us, an 8 to 10 foot Christmas tree, and that would leave a 500 to buy a base and whatever. And option 3 is pay the full amount, which to me isn't an option because we don't have the budget to do the all whistle singing stopped. So can I have people's views and any suggestions, please?
Can we ask Beth to comment? On
Yes, Beth.
What would Beth prefer?
Well, she'd prefer. I think she'd prefer the Beth.
Well, actually, I don't. The all singing and dancing obviously isn't an option, which is fair enough. A couple of years ago, we did put a tree up, and I, with the help of the county councillor, we got donated a tree by the National Trust. Between us, we cobbled together, putting it up and stuff. It just didn't, Northside Community Centre and me as a whole don't have the skills or the things to put a tree up so it stays straight. Do you know what I mean? So really,
like the town hall, Beth.
Well, yeah, but mine was a bit wonkier. It was actually Ryan Askew. I just said, can you just put it in the ground, please? And he did it for free and everything. And but we had the storms as well, so it went in straight, and then we had the storm, and before the soil had settled, it had got wonky. We can't put a permanent tree there because it's the land is owned by Castles and Coasts, and it's actually, I don't know what's underneath. I don't think the actual grass is actually of that. And there's loads, and there's drainage under it. So really, my ideal option would be if we could have the tree and you could put it up. I've had offers of people to sponsor lighting for us, and the insulation of the outdoor electric, which actually would benefit the fun days that you're going to have. So that's really.
Sorry, what you were asking us to put the power supply in?
Yeah, Amy come and thinged it up, brought an electrician, to put a plug socket on the outside.
Yeah. Would you be happy, sorry to butt in, would you be happy if we supplied the power supply and the base and you managed to get a tree? And because didn't people donate baubles and that was it last year or the year before?
It was year before. I never got round to doing it this year with one thing and the
No,
other.
you will.
And work and stuff. So yeah, the base, the electric, and to be fair, I'd probably be coming, you know, the sourcing the tree.
We
Yeah,
could help with that, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the
sourcing,
electric
absolutely.
and the base is a biggie. But it's the putting it up as well, you know, the collecting it. I don't have a van on hand, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, Councillor King's got a hand up.
Councillor King?
It was just to ask, what are we doing about the tree that would have been outside the town hall? Are we getting?
Can I just stop you there? We're talking about the north side tree. We've got to come back to that, Janet.
I
We're
know
coming
that.
back to that one.
I know. So what I'm saying is, if you just hear me out, if we're going to have a rooted tree, we would normally have one donated by Iggison. So could that not go to north side?
We only get 4 trees.
Right.
And this is why I maybe should have left Beth and done this one first. We get 4 trees. One goes in Harrington. I think one's in Washington Square or somewhere around there. One goes outside the town hall, which we need to discuss soon. And then there's one goes again on Allerdale land down at the leisure centre.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but as I said, I thought if we weren't putting one outside the old town hall, could they not have that one? Because if we're putting a rooted one in.
Can we just
okay.
come back to that, please?
Right.
What if, and it's up to the committee, if we paid for the external power supply and we bought you the base, which would be about £560, and then we gave you £500 for a tree or towards a tree? It's at the committee would have to decide.
Sorry, can I bring Amy in?
Somebody got another idea?
Sorry.
Catherine?
Sorry, Councillor Scott's got his hand up and then Councillor Harrington, and Amy's available as well to answer
Councillor
questions.
Scott?
Sorry, I was just going to say, if we provide the base and the lights outside, the electric outside, is it an option at a later date to decide whether you move the tree from the sports centre across or the tree from the...
Well, that's what we're going to...
If we're providing the sockets...
What I've done, Paul, is, and I'm sorry, I should have maybe discussed the 4 trees first. So do you want to go and discuss the 4 trees and then come back to Beth's? Because
it might be beneficial.
It makes more sense.
If there's electric power out there and then there's a base there, then it's just as easy for Beth to say, well, we'll move that tree to Beth.
Yeah.
And then Beth just then has to look at whether she wants to get the local
I think I did miss, so it's my fault, sorry. But we'll start again. We'll go to agenda item 7 with the Christmas tree and to decide where we are going to put our 4 trees. Are we going to leave one outside the town hall with the lights? Or are we going to move it? Because if we move it from there, I think even though certain councillors thought it was a despicable abomination, I think we'd get a lot of stick if we move the tree from the town hall. And the other thing was, as I say, there's one goes down to the leisure centre, which we could decide not to give, and that could go across to north side. But we were discussing the other day, and Councillor Scott has a photo. Have you got that photograph of that toy tree? What you thought we could put at the...
Can I just say, from my point of view, and it's just my point of view, I believe the tree at the town hall, even though the town hall will go back to Allerdale, should remain there. It's part of St Michael's. It's been a tradition for years, so I believe that should stay there.
Yeah.
And in conjunction with Allerdale, with regards to dressing of the building, etc., I still believe it should be there. If anything, I would say I don't know whether the leisure centre would be that fussed whether we move that tree. To be fair, so if anything, I would say we should move the leisure centre tree to north side, because it'll get more use at north side with than it would down at the leisure centre. Just my thoughts.
Councillor Wilkinson.
Anybody else got any thoughts on that? Councillor Wilkinson. Councillor Wilkinson.
Yeah, let me unmute myself. Yes, I'd just like to reiterate what Councillor Scott has just said. Exactly the same, word for word. I think,
Right.
obviously, the tree that's been outside the town hall, it's very central towards St Michael's, and the one at the leisure centre is hardly ever used. They've just done a lot of landscaping down there.
Mm.
So is there room for to put that tree? I think we should reconsider that tree. And I believe that that tree would be perfectly put to better use, better community use on north side.
Is this the leisure centre tree?
Yes, the leisure
Yeah.
centre tree.
So is that your proposal, Councillor Wilkinson? Can I have a seconder, please?
I'll second it.
Right, so it's agreed. We will leave the tree and the decorations in the town hall,
Hillary
and
wants to
we
speak.
will remove the tree from the leisure centre. And
Hillary's-
are we going to
Carol.
provide the base?
Carol, Hillary's frantically waving her hand.
Oh, bless her. Councillor Harrington.
Oh, I think she's frozen.
Oh,
Sorry, can I just say, if we move the tree to the leisure centre, then when we get the other trees, we usually provide all of the dressings and stuff with them. Can I just, Chair, is it okay to bring Amy in to explain what happens with those trees,
yes.
please?
Can I just ask for a seconder first, please?
We've got one, Linda.
Did I get Linda? Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Does
so
that
with
mean we're going to install the power supply in the base at north side?
Go on, Amy.
Amy's just going to give us an update on that.
Right, go off
Yeah.
you go.
sorry,
Yeah.
so with each tree, we hire the lights from Millennium Quest. The only one is the leisure centre who actually purchased their lights. So obviously we'll have to have some discussion about how we want to manage that and whether they obviously want to continue having a display. So that's just going to have to be a consideration when I talk to them.
Hi, Hilary.
The
Okay.
trees as well,
Yeah.
it's Egerson that we talk to and agree the locations for. So obviously I'll just take the feedback from the committee back to Egerson and
Yeah.
check that they're happy with that too,
They own the land.
as the sponsors of the trees.
Yeah.
Can I just come in, Chair? Because
I don't know what's going on, to be quite honest with you. Can you put me on? so I
Councillor
can-
Harrington, we can hear you now.
Oh, all that,
He's on the phone.
She's on the phone.
okay.
If
Okay.
Councillor Harrington wants to speak,
got a question, Catherine?
because she's tried very hard and can't.
Right, Hilary, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're trying to work a way that she can hear, because I've got my speaker on my phone and this, but she can't hear you anyway.
Could you not try your Allerdale tablet?
Oh, Carol speak, yeah, come on, I think she heard you.
Can she hear me?
Can I cuddle now?
Right. I can hear you, Hilary. Would you like to speak?
She turned a little bit because it's a little better when she turns. I don't know, she moves away from a microphone or what on her tablet. She's gone wonky now. So she turns a
Not
little bit
talking
forward to her. I hear her better.
Move
In fact,
closer to your microphone.
You are?
Just move a little bit closer to your microphone.
All right, okay. Can you hear me now, Hilary?
I can hear you now, Carol. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Would you like to say something?
Yes, it was just to ask, have Castle and Co give permission for this tree to be on land?
Sorry, she'd actually said she wants to know Castle and Coast would be okay with us actually putting the tree. Do we need permission to put the tree on the land? Beth
Yeah,
is coming for that.
Beth, is that something they would do?
Yeah, they give us permission. I got permission when I put the tree up. It was in exactly the same spot that it's planned, and their quiz is that it's put back. You know, there's no tree hazards left afterwards. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So we just need Amy to finish what she was saying.
Yeah.
No, I think that pretty much covers it. We would just need to discuss with Igesund whether they're happy with the proposed locations, of course, because it's their sponsorship, and I think it goes to a committee to decide which trees go to which location. So we can make a recommendation, but obviously it's their call. And then just the only consideration with the leisure centre, as I say, is they've actually purchased their lights. So if the trees move from there, they might have an issue with sourcing a tree, and they might want to talk to us about that. So it's just an extra consideration. But I can go away with your recommendation and have those discussions.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you.
Councillor Wilkinson's got his hand up.
Councillor Wilkinson.
Yeah, it's a question for, I don't know whether you can answer it, Kath, or whether it's Amy. If we do put this tree on there, this question's about liability. Would the council's own public liability insurance cover the North side in case of anything that happens?
Yeah, we would just have to, obviously with the public liability, we'd have it with the leisure side centre one as well. We just need to inform where it is. That's it. It would cover it. We just need to tell them. That's it.
Yeah, and we'll do a new risk assessment with each tree, so that helps cover it with the insurance.
Thank you. So it's agreed that we will move the tree after Amy's had a discussion with
Can I just say, because Igesund, the tree I did the year before last, Igesund gave me money towards that as well. So Igesund have sponsored the previous tree at Northside. They give us, well, I get £40. They wouldn't give me an actual tree, they would give me £40.
Give you so much. Okay, thank you for that. We'll see what Amy comes back with. Right, thank you very much. Can we go on to the grant applications? And before we start, may I please remind you, at this present time, we cannot commit or identify any underspends until the end of the year. So we have to work off the budgets we do have. Just another note, items C, E and F will go to agenda item 9, as that comes from the sports budget. And also item E is Moor Close Green, not Moor Close Community Centre. And are you wanting to say something, Catherine?
I'm just saying I put it down as a different thing and it was my fault.
Yeah,
So.
no, it's absolutely fine. To consider the following grants, Working Operatic Society are wanting £9,600 towards the cost of Shrek the Musical. Can I ask members what they think about this, please? Anyone got anything to say?
Councillor Scott's got his hand up.
Well, my question really is, if we're just working off budgets, then what's in the budget?
There's 4,200 in that budget. But we have to remember, we could either give them all that, or we could give them 2,000 of it, because there is other cultural groups that may come before the end of the year for some money.
Chair, Councillor Wilkinson's got his hand up.
Councillor Wilkinson.
Yeah, I see here by the paperwork it's 9,600. We don't have it.
No.
We don't have it. And this would be twice our budget, and put it on, is it for one production?
Yes. For
Yeah,
Shrek.
And that production will be on for how long?
It's about 10, is it? I don't know. Sometimes it's just a weekend. Sometimes, does it not say in the... The 12th to the 16th of October, Will.
4 days.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable with that.
No. Do you want to give them anything, or?
Hi, Hilary.
Can I speak, please?
Yes, Councillor King.
Thank you. Having been to some of their productions, I do know that they're supported mainly by volunteers, and they do a tremendous job, and it encourages young people to develop their talents, and they're really excellent. We can't afford that sort of money, but I think it would be really good if we could give as much as we felt that we could afford to support them, because they're really worthwhile. That's just my thoughts on that. No, we can't give them anything like
We can't give them all that.
No.
I would make a suggestion. We give them 2,000 or 2,500.
I'll second that.
Councillor Scott, Stoddart, sorry.
Carol, can I make a suggestion that we defer the decision tonight till the end of the year? That's the end of the tax year, and then we'll have an idea of how much underspends we have available, and maybe make a better decision maybe then in a few weeks' time. So yeah, rather than commit ourselves now, because I'm in full agreement with Councillor King there. I'm sure they provided a fantastic show, and they've done previous years, you see. But if we just defer this for maybe a fortnight or 3 weeks, till we see how much we'll have left from the underspends, and then we can just make a better decision then, can't we? I think, rather than commit ourselves now.
Okay, I'll ask the committee. Are you all in agreement with deferring that? Councillor Wilkinson, have you just put your hand up again? Oh, and Councillor King. I'm lost here. Councillor King.
Yes, please. I was just going to say, I don't, it's still a huge amount of money to give out, and we're sort of setting a precedent for other groups.
Yes, I know.
And not that they don't deserve it, but it's just a huge amount of money. So, and again, I suppose in a way they're going to have reduced takings because the theatre can't be full. I would imagine even when they put it on, there'll still be a certain amount of COVID restrictions. So
I don't know.
And I know that they're absolutely right when they say there how much it costs to put the production on. So again, it's just help as much as we can, really.
Kathleen, could I put a suggestion in that it would defer it to find exactly which way the lockdown and the road path is out, until we have more definition and more certain things that's going on within the lockdown. Just defer it until the appropriate time.
Well, can I just say, with Councillor Stoddart proposing it, you'll second that deferment?
Yeah, Councillor Harrington wants to second that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll defer that till the next meeting, if that's okay with everybody. The next one's the Workington Heritage Group, who want £1,000 toward the cost of signage and postage for phase 1 of Workington Town Hall tours. Can I have your thoughts on that? Anybody? I can't see any hands up.
I'm waving at you, Chair.
All right.
I just really want to say I'm actually on the steer group, so I could probably tell you a little bit about this.
You declared an interest, actually.
You can tell us, but you won't be able to vote. And
I'm on the steer group for the Workington Hall.
Yeah.
I'm not on the steer group for the heritage.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
The heritage group put a proposal to the steer group for the Workington Hall, which me and both myself and Michael Heaslip sit on. And basically it's to use the Workington Hall, to bring the Workington Hall back into use. And their the opportunity was there where Allerdale has given them permission to open up the hall and actually do tours around the hall. I know Allerdale have granted £1,000 towards supporting it. And I think that was why the Heritage Group come to the Town Council for 1,000 to introduce visitors back into the hall. Which
And
I
it
think
would
is
fit
fantastic.
in well. It would fit in well with what we plan to do with Mary Queen of Scots as well, wouldn't it? At some point. So can I ask anyone if they've got any objections to the £1,000? If not, could I have a proposer and a seconder, please?
I'll propose it, Carol, if I can.
I'll
Councillor
second
Stoddart
it.
and Councillor Linda.
That'll do.
Thank you very much. The next one will be the Workington Community Emergency Response Group, who want £240 to pay for their radio licence for a year.
I propose that we do.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I have a seconder for that one, please?
I'll second that, Carol.
That's Councillor Stoddart.
Can I just come in, Chair?
Okay. Now the next one we've got.
Yeah.
Sorry, Councillor Wilkinson.
Yeah, I've been part of the emergency response group, and I should have declared it as an interest, and that's why I've waited until you've made a decision before speaking.
Okay, can I ask the clerk to note that, please?
I don't want it to be believed that I have had a pecuniary interest and voted on anything.
No, we'll make a note of that.
Please, Chair.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's best for transparency. Now, the next two are for South Workington Partnership, but there's only one on here, but we do have two applications. We'll go through the one for the Easter Family Fun Day, which is their, through a community grant, we do definitely have a ceiling on these of £300, but they're asking for £1,000 for this one and £600 for some laminated floor on another application. Can I have your thoughts, please? Is there anybody there? I can't see any hands up, that's all, Paul.
Sorry, Councillor King
Councillor
and
King.
Councillor Harrington have both got their hands up.
Councillor King.
So what was the second one, did you say? Laminated floor?
It's what they want £600, put laminated floor down in the hall, in one of the rooms.
Again, it's just a personal thing, but I think we shouldn't be paying for equipment or items. It's more for community.
It should be community based.
Yeah.
Hilary, is that what you wanted to say?
I wanted to say, I would say the 300 community, the statute one we have, because you can get Easter eggs, 300 Easter eggs for £225. So basically, I would like to suggest the £300 community, the normal community that we usually do.
Is that both of them or just the first one, Hilary?
I agree with Janet on what Janet has just said. This is not in our remit to do what's been asked there.
Okay. Well, I'll take them one at a time.
Can I just say, Chair, we can hear Hilary perfectly now.
I'm frightened to tell her just in case that phone goes.
Yeah, I've just turned it off on mine. Okay, it's all right, she's off now.
Can you have then, we've had a proposal for £300 for the Easter Fun Day, the South Workington Partnership. Have I got a seconder for that, please?
Second.
Councillor King. And I've also, Councillor Harrington has suggested we don't give anything to this laminated flooring as it's not community based. Is that in agreement and a seconder?
Yeah.
Councillor King, thank you. Right. Now these other three are we're going to take through a sports grant.
Sorry, Councillor Armstrong, you've missed H.
Missed who?
H.
Who's H? Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm thinking you're saying Herbie, and I'm thinking, what do I want him?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. West Cumberland branch of the Royal Engineers to improve the facilities of Workington's Veterans Club. They're asking for £300 from our community grant.
No, it's the other way around.
I can see people nodding and that. Have you got a proposer?
I agree with that, yeah, that's fine.
We got a seconder.
I'll second that, Carol.
Right, thank you. Now the others, we're going to go to agenda item 9, which will be the grants for C, E and F. We'll take
The £300
the Working Rugby Club Football Club.
How about the other one for the laminate floor? That's good, that's okay, thank you.
Are you all right, Hilary?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Just you hearing me. I can't hear you. But when I'm on the phone,
All right, okay.
Okay, yeah.
The agenda item is the grant application C, Working Rugby Football Club, to install solar panels at the club, and they're wanting 7,500 from us to do this. It doesn't sit well with me. Councillor Briggs?
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't sit well with me either. It's not that is not a community-based project. That where Zebras is a business, and for us to give them that money for solar panels on the roof is supporting the business and not the community. That's just my opinion.
Right. Is there anyone else? Anything they'd like to say, propose?
I would just like to say if the Zebras were doing something community driven, I would support it fully. So if it was fun days or coaching days, things like that, yeah. But I think you've got to be careful when it's a capital.
Either.
When it's a
Because they might well put solar panels on your pub.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I want to say something, Hilary.
I just want to say, I both agree with Herbert and with Paul there on what they've just said.
Okay, thank you. So that's, can I have somebody to propose the get nothing and a seconder? Are we all in agreement?
Yeah, I'll propose it.
Right, thank you. The Moor Close Green. It's for new posts and fittings, and it's for 2,500. Are you saying something, Herbert?
Did you get a seconder?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it was Paul.
Yeah.
Can I just suggest, because I get a bit confused with this, can I ask Councillor Stoddart just to let us know what the application actually is? Because we know the history of the green. Can you just sort of bring us up to speed with the application, Stephen, please?
Yeah, I can, Carol. Right, well, previously on the children's football field, which is a grassed area, we had full-size football posts on there. But then the back end of last summer, I got Cumbria County Council through me grant to put 20 of sand on the football pitch and then the vertigrated. So then the idea is to.
Can I just stop you? We know all that.
Yeah.
It's just we get a bit confused with what you're actually asking for. So could you just run us through your application, please?
So I'm asking for some junior football posts to go on the football field, and there's fittings and nets actually go with these posts, and the total value is cost, should I say, is it's £492 for the post. That there's £84 for the fittings and £96 for nets, I think it is. Right. So in total, it's £672. So it's to enable the kids to play on junior side football posts.
Can I just say, I know, and bear with us on this, Stephen, because I'm not football minded.
Yeah.
It's saying you want a concrete base.
Yeah, no, but that's a different project.
Is that a concrete base to put the posts on so that when the kids are playing, what do you mean by concrete base?
This is two different football projects, but it's a big area, the Moor Close Green is here. So it's a junior football post for the grass field, and then the tarmac area.
Can we vote on that first? So Stevens goes on to the second one, and then we know where we are.
Well, so the money's all together in one.
Well, if I thought it was sorry, I thought it was in two things.
Sorry, no, it's one application.
Sorry, can I come in, please?
You can.
Sorry, just to let everybody know, Stephen, I'm not sure whether you're aware of this, that Workington received a £23 million funding bid to do an awful lot of work town centre, and there's a project proposed within that to do some works in Moor Close on the football fields to actually put pitches in and stuff like that. It's obviously going to be down the line if that happens, but it is under proposal in that. And sorry, Councillor Scott's just wanting to come in, and so is Councillor Briggs.
Councillor Scott?
Yeah, the Towns Board deal is it's predominantly for the sports village, but there was talk of putting some extra pitches up at Moor Close, but that isn't for the children. That is as a training facility for clubs, etc. I think what Stephen's aiming this at is a community,
yes,
where children can go and play.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Councillor Briggs?
Yeah, just echoing what Paul said. I think the money from the Towns Fund will be for the pitches up where the sports centre used to be, where the pitches were, and not where Councillor Sturrott's talking about by St Gregory's.
It's just that the kids ones I can get my head round, but the other one, it says you want a concrete base. I was just wondering, is that to put the posts in, Stephen, or is that sort of in the goal area?
No, this is two separate projects, Carol. The junior football posts to go on the grass field, but then 12 months ago, I got Allihill Borough Council to re-tarmac the kids' play area. So we've already got some anti-vandal proof little football posts to go on that tarmac. But then the idea was to take the football posts that we got organised for the tarmac area actually off the tarmac, and I've been in contact with Allihill, and they're on about putting two concrete bases there so that we can sit the football posts off the tarmac, so the kids don't crash into the football posts as they're going around on the bikes and scooters and stuff, you see. So it's to create a base to fit these other football posts.
Just to put the poles in?
Yeah,
oh,
but
that's fine. I actually thought they wanted like a goal-wide base.
No,
and then I envisioned the kids running and falling on this concrete base. No, thanks very much for that.
Yeah, no bother.
It's basically a concrete pad that the posts fit into off.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Well, this application's for £2,548. Have anybody got any thoughts on this, or can we have a proposer for it and a seconder?
I'll propose it.
Councillor Scott?
I'll second it.
And I forgot you, Linda. I just have to keep calling you Linda because you. Right, the next one is the Harrington Green Village Green, and their goalposts, aren't they? For I've got 3 quotes. I'm gonna find them.
I can't see it.
One's for 900.
Sorry, Chair. I think Beth wanted to speak on the previous.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just asked Beth to come along for.
I know. Can I just ask a question? Was that for the Moor Close Green, not the Moor Close Community Centre? Are they separate entities?
The separate things, the two totally separate things. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So is Councillor Stoddart involved with the Community Green?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fund. So did you declare the interest in that?
No, Ed, it's an open field. The land belongs to Allihill.
So who are you actually physically giving the money to?
We're just installing them ourselves, Beth.
Oh, so you're paying?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not really a grant then, is it? Because we're paying for the work.
It got took out of the grant section and put into.
Got took out the grants.
Sports.
At the beginning of the
It's
meeting.
still in the grants in the minutes. That's where my confusion is then.
Yeah, I did say before we started I was taking agenda items C, E and F.
So if it's play equipment that town council are paying for, shouldn't it be in the environment committee?
No, because it comes, goalposts come under the sports for some unknown reason. You get a bit of confusion because there's quite a few things go between environment and culture. So it's just where the fits, but because football is sport, goalposts are associated with football. They go out the sports, which is in the culture budget.
Right. Okay.
So
depends how much you love football.
Green, we've got a cost of £964, and that's all I know for that one. But then we've got another costing for Stadia Sports. And it says it's £635 excluding VAT, and that's for one and I'm sure Herbert will tell us what this is. Is it 21 foot by 7 foot or something?
Yeah.
Size of the goal.
And then there's a Harrod Sport one, and that comes in at 1172 for one, and they're 7.3 meters by 2.4 meters. So can I have people's thoughts and ideas on this one, please?
Hilary, yeah, go on.
This is a replacement goalpost. It should have been seen to when the gypsies came, but never mind, we'll leave that there on that one. What I'd like to ask, Chair, is there a local firm that's going to be fixed, if it's approved tonight, a local firm going to be seen to this work?
I'm going to have to put that to Catherine, because I don't know these Stadia Sports or Harrod Sports. And the third one's anonymous as far as I know. I don't know who they are. It could
Right.
even be my brother, but if it is, I'd have to declare an interest. I don't know.
Now, the quotes that we've given this evening, Councillor Harrington approached us, and we just got, she asked for quotes for goalposts, and they're the ones that we've got. As
Are
far
they
as I'm
local?
aware, there's not many that are local that do them. I know there are some.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion that we go for the local one and get it done as soon as possible, because the kids are putting the courts down already down to play football on that one. So
We'd
I'll
have to
leave it until-
finalise the cost. Yeah, we'd have to finalise the cost.
We'll see what happens anyhow.
Okay.
Well, you've got 635. Is that for one? So
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
double.
No, that's
We've got
one.
one. Well, is that for one post?
Say that again. Sorry, Councillor.
It's got Stadium Sport, £635, excluding VAT, for
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So we'd double that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
For
Sorry,
two
can I just
posts.
ask Councillor Harrington? It is only for one goalpost, isn't it?
One, yes.
Yeah, it's only one goalpost she
Yeah.
wants.
So we could make. So can I suggest we go with the Stadia Sport at 635 plus
Yeah.
VAT?
Is that stainless steel though?
Yes,
Stainless-
it's got all the bells and whistles.
As long as it's stainless steel, that's all. we
Yeah.
Can you
need.
have people's thoughts on that, please?
Sorry, I had Hillary saying stainless steel. Goalposts won't be stainless steel. They may be
No.
galvanised, but they won't be stainless steel.
So what's the next one up then? What was the next one? 900 and something.
There's
Isn't it?
one,
It-
and
that
I don't
won't-
It doesn't
know.
matter what the price is.
It doesn't matter what it is. None of the goalposts will be stainless
None of them will be
steel.
that stainless steel, Hillary. They'll all be galvanised.
Okay. As long as they are, as I say, well, it can be anodised for all I care, as long as they don't need repainting and things like that, that's fine by me. Because I say, this is just something for the kids to knock about with, actually. That, what they would
Mo-
want.
Most are aluminium, painted aluminium or powder coated aluminium.
Right.
Okay, but some are classed as stainless steel, though. I know that. I don't know why, but never mind. Okay.
So can I suggest we go with the Stadia Sport quote of £635? If anybody would like to change it, if I'm open.
Can I ask where it's going to be situated at?
Exactly
Just
where
go.
the previous one was, Herbert.
I can't remember.
Exactly. Do you know where they
Honestly.
were?
No, I can't remember.
It's just where it was about 4 metres off the edge going down towards the play park. There.
Right. Right.
Because
It's far enough from the harbour.
Hallidale have given permission to replace it in exactly the same place, Herbert. I do know where it's at because you can actually see where it's been, quite honestly.
My only issue with that is how uneven it is. And if it's situated in the middle, it could be far enough from the harbour. Anybody shooting a goal should not kick their ball in the harbour. And if they do, they shouldn't be playing football. Yeah, I just feel that the whole green is uneven.
Can I just come in, Chair, please?
Yes.
Can I say this goalpost has been there for about 20 years and there's been no mishaps that I know about. It's been adequately placed for all those years, so I'll just leave it at that. I'm just trying to get these kids to play football again instead of putting their courts down on the ground.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Ball goes in the harbour very, very rarely, very rarely.
think it's because the football posts are at the other end. That's where they are. They're not facing the harbour. They took the ones for the harbour out, so they didn't go in the harbour.
So they go the other way.
Yeah.
Right. Does anybody else any other comments, or can we go to a proposer?
Will I propose it? Carol, please.
I don't know. Would you not be declaring an interest as you're part of the village green?
I'll
No,
propose it then,
I'm-
Carol, if that's okay.
Sorry, I'm a part of the village green. Carol, it's owned by Allerdale.
Right.
Allerdale owns the village green.
Well, I'll take you and Stephen as the proposer and seconder.
Thank you.
Right, and that concludes the everything, unless Catherine's got something she'd like to add, or
No, that's fine.
no, that's fine.
I'm sorry to be useless tonight, but I think
I'm
gonna
sorry
leave.
you had a bad connection, Councillor Harrington,
Yeah,
but we got there in the end.
okay.
Can I just thank you all very much for attending tonight, and stay safe, and we'll catch you all at the next meeting. Thank you very much. Good night.